Close your eyes, take a deep, slow breath in, and let it out. Let the heavy, turbulent weight of the day simply fade away into the shadows. You are safe, you are comfortable, and you are about to embark on a journey far away from the noise, the glowing screens, and the endless demands of daily life. Tonight, we are going to travel to the very edge of everything we know. We often look up at the night sky and think we understand the shape of our solar system. We think the map is complete. But the universe is vast, and it loves to keep secrets in the dark. There is a paradox in the cosmos. The largest, most massive things can sometimes be entirely invisible. Tonight, we will search for a ghost, a hidden Colossus, a giant planet that wanders in the absolute quiet of the deep cosmic night. As we drift further from the sun, let the cold, calm emptiness of space soothe your mind. Allow yourself to float. Allow yourself to rest. The journey into the dark is not something to fear. It is a blanket of peace, waiting to wrap around you. For generations, we were taught a simple, elegant map of our cosmic neighborhood. We learned the names of the 8 planets, circling our warm, bright star like clockwork. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. Beyond them, we found Pluto, and eventually, a sprawling, icy ring of frozen debris known as the Kuiper Belt. We believed that past this frozen frontier, there was only the quiet void, stretching out endlessly until the next star system. The edge of the solar system was thought to be a calm, undisturbed graveyard of ancient ice. But the universe is rarely that simple. In recent years, astronomers noticed something strange, a subtle, rhythmic dance occurring in the deepest, darkest reaches of our system. The tiny, frozen worlds out there were not moving randomly, they were being pulled, they were being herded, gathered together by the invisible hand of gravity. Mathematics, the silent language of the stars, pointed to a startling conclusion. Something massive is out there, a phantom planet, perhaps 5 to 10 times heavier than our own Earth, tracing a massive, lonely orbit in the dark. It is a world we have never seen, yet its presence is felt across billions of miles. Tonight, we will leave the light behind and travel out to meet it. Our journey begins by leaving the glowing blue marble of Earth behind. Imagine the bright city lights blending into a soft, comforting haze as we ascend into the atmosphere. A common myth is that space begins with a sudden, harsh boundary, a physical wall between air and vacuum. But in reality, the atmosphere fades like a gentle sigh. We drift upward, weightless and free. The noise of the world is replaced by the profound, absolute silence of the cosmos. Here, in the quiet dark, your mind can truly begin to rest. As we glide outward, we pass the rusty, quiet deserts of Mars. We drift through the asteroid belt. Many people picture the asteroid belt as a dense, chaotic minefield of crashing rocks, like in a science fiction movie. But let us dispel that myth. Space is overwhelmingly empty. The asteroids are thousands of miles apart. You can float here for centuries and never touch a single stone. It is a peaceful, slow-moving river of ancient dust and rock, gently circling the sun in total harmony. Further out, we encounter the soothing, immense presence of Jupiter. It is a cosmic anchor. Imagine its swirling clouds of caramel and cream painted across a canvas so large it could swallow 1,000 Earths. Jupiter's massive gravity acts as a protector for our inner solar system, sweeping away dangerous comets. Its slow, majestic rotation is hypnotic. Watching the great red spot spin is like watching a pendulum swing back and forth, slowly lulling you deeper into relaxation. We drift past the golden sphere of Saturn, surrounded by its magnificent, shimmering rings. Think of these rings not as solid bands, but as a vivid illustration of cosmic patience. They are made of billions of tiny ice crystals, gently reflecting the distant sunlight like a river of crushed diamonds. They orbit in perfect, silent synchrony. There is no sound of crashing ice, only the quiet ballet of gravity. You can feel your own heartbeat slowing down to match the graceful turning of the rings. Now, the light from the sun begins to dim. We reach the ice giants, Uranus and Neptune. A persistent myth is that these are just boring, featureless blue spheres. But look closer. In the soft, fading light, their atmospheres are deep oceans of freezing gas, swirling with diamond rain. They are silent, pale sapphires, suspended in the blackness. The temperature drops, but it is not a biting cold. It is a crisp, preserving, tranquil cold. A cold that freezes time and washes away the heat of your daily worries. We cross the orbit of Neptune, and the true deep space begins. We are entering the twilight zone. This is the Kuiper Belt. Imagine a vast, sprawling ocean of shadows, populated by frozen dwarf planets and ancient comets sleeping in the dark. They are time capsules from the birth of our solar system. Drifting past them is like walking through a quiet, snow-covered forest at midnight. The world is hushed, everything is asleep, and you are perfectly safe, floating through the ancient ice. Here the sun is no longer a large, warm disk. It has shrunk into a brilliant, piercing star, no bigger than a diamond pinhead in the sky. It provides no warmth, only a pale, ghostly illumination. The darkness sets in, but it is not a frightening dark. It is the comforting darkness of a heavy blanket. The shadows here stretch on forever. Your eyes adjust to the subtle, starlit glow of the Milky Way, painting the background with rivers of silver and purple light. But what hides beyond? This is the question that draws us further into the night. We are leaving the known map. We are entering a space where human eyes have never truly looked. The gravity of the sun is weak here, a fragile tether holding on to the outermost drifters. We are entering the realm of the unseen Colossus. The space here feels heavy with anticipation, yet completely still. We are hunting for a ghost made of ice and gas, wrapped in eternal night. Our guide in this dark ocean is not light but gravity. Look at the strange orbits of the dwarf planets out here. Take Sedna, for example, a tiny reddish world with a highly elongated path. It swings incredibly far out into the void, taking thousands of years to complete a single journey. Sedna and its frozen siblings are all leaning in the same direction. It is a vivid illustration of an invisible shepherd. Something out in the dark is pulling them, guiding them, shaping their paths with a slow, powerful hand. This brings us to the mathematical ghost. It is a common misconception that astronomers have already photographed Planet 9. The truth is much more mysterious. We have never seen it. We only feel its weight in the equations. It is like standing in a dark room and feeling a gentle rhythmic breeze. You cannot see the fan, but you know it is there. The invisible pull of this giant is a reminder that there are still great mysteries left to uncover. Some things are beautiful simply because they are hidden. Imagine the sheer size of this hidden colossus. Calculations suggest it is 5 to 10 times the mass of the Earth. It is a heavy, brooding world, a titan wandering alone in the farthest reaches of the sun's domain. Its sheer mass bends the fabric of space and time around it, creating a quiet gravity well in the absolute cold. Feel the slow, immense weight of it. It is a steady, grounding force, a heavy stone resting at the bottom of a silent, cosmic lake. What does this giant look like? Is it a massive, rocky super-Earth or a miniature version of Neptune? Picture a world shrouded in a thick, dense atmosphere of hydrogen and helium. Below the crushing clouds, there might be a vast ocean of pressurized water and ammonia ice. The colors would be muted, perhaps a deep, dark indigo or a ghostly pale violet. A world without continents, without oceans of water as we know them, just endless, churning, silent skies. Let us consider the extreme cold of this distant realm. We are tens of billions of miles from the sun. The temperatures here hover just above absolute zero. At this temperature, The chaotic movement of molecules almost completely stops. It is the ultimate stillness. A vivid illustration of this is how gases we breathe on Earth, like nitrogen, would freeze into solid glassy plains here. This deep freeze is not hostile. It is a profound, eternal state of rest, a physical manifestation of perfect peace. A popular myth about deep space is that it is pitch black, devoid of any light at all. But even here, at the edge of the solar system, there is no absolute darkness. The sky is ablaze with the light of 100 billion distant stars. The hidden giant is bathed in starlight. The Milky Way stretches across its sky like a glowing, powdery spine. It is a gentle, ambient illumination, just enough light to dream by, just enough light to remind you that you are part of a grand, glowing universe. Despite the freezing environment, this colossus might harbor a secret warmth. Deep inside its core, radioactive elements left over from the dawn of creation are slowly decaying. This internal heat keeps the planet alive in the dark. It is a beautiful thought, a glowing, warm heart, beating slowly inside a shell of eternal ice. It reminds us that even in the darkest, coldest places, there is a spark of energy, a gentle, hidden warmth that endures through the ages. Does this hidden giant travel alone? It is highly likely that it has gathered its own family of moons. Imagine tiny, frozen satellites, captured comets, and spheres of ice orbiting the planet in total silence. They are like pale pearls spinning around a dark jewel. If you were standing on one of these moons, looking up, the giant planet would dominate the sky, an immense dark circle blocking out the stars, a quiet guardian watching over its tiny frozen flock. The tale of a banished world. How did such a massive planet end up so far away in the frozen dark? The answer lies in the ancient history of our solar system. We often imagine that planets formed exactly where they are today, but this is a myth. The early solar system was a chaotic, violent place, a cosmic game of billiards where giant planets migrated, collided, and pushed each other around in a fierce battle for gravitational dominance. During this early chaos, Jupiter and Saturn were shifting their orbits. Their immense gravitational forces acted like a slingshot. A vivid illustration of this is a spinning merry-go-round. If you place a ball on it, the centrifugal force throws it outward. Millions of years ago, this hidden giant may have formed closer to the Sun, a sibling to Uranus and Neptune. But in the grand reshuffling of the planets, it was caught in a gravitational crossfire. It was exiled into the night. Pushed out by its larger brothers, it was banished to the very edge of the Sun's reach. It drifted further and further away, escaping the warmth, escaping the light. But it did not leave the solar system entirely. It found a new balance, a slow, lonely, incredibly wide orbit where it could finally rest undisturbed. It is a story of finding peace after chaos, of finding a quiet sanctuary far away from the busy, crowded center. Or perhaps there is another origin story. Some astronomers believe it is an adopted wanderer, a rogue planet. The galaxy is full of rogue planets, cast out from their own stars, wandering the interstellar void alone. Imagine our Sun, billions of years ago, passing close to one of these lonely wanderers. With a gentle tug of gravity, our Sun captured it, offering it a home, a permanent anchor in the cosmic ocean, a stray traveler that finally found a family in the dark. There is an even stranger, more hypnotic theory. What if Planet 9 is not a planet at all? What if we are looking for a primordial black hole? Let us bust a common myth. All black holes are giant star-eating monsters. Reality tells us that black holes can be tiny. A primordial black hole with the mass of 5 Earths would be the size of a grapefruit. Imagine that. A tiny, invisible sphere, infinitely dense, silently orbiting our Sun, bending space around it like a heavy marble on a soft mattress. How are we searching for this phantom? The hunt requires ultimate patience. Astronomers use massive telescopes, like the Vera Rubin Observatory, which acts as a giant mechanical eye, slowly sweeping across the night sky. They are looking for a single, impossibly faint point of light that moves over time. It is a vivid illustration of human dedication, scanning billions of stars, looking for a shadow that shifts against the cosmic background. The slow, methodical rhythm of science. This patient hunt is like watching a time-lapse of a growing forest. They take a picture today and another a year from now and compare the tiny dots. The computers blink, searching for the one dot that has traveled just a fraction of an inch. It is soothing to think about this slow, deliberate process. There is no rush. The planet has been there for billions of years. It is in no hurry to be found. The cosmos operates on a timescale that makes human worries seem insignificant. What if the gravitational pull is not a single planet? There is a theory that challenges the idea of a lone giant. Some suggest it could be a massive, invisible disk of icy debris. Millions of small rocks and comets, perfectly aligned, creating a combined gravitational force that mimics a giant planet. Imagine a perfectly balanced mobile hanging in the sky. Millions of small pieces working together in perfect harmony to create a massive effect. The universe is full of these elegant, unexpected solutions. But the beauty of the unknown lies in the mystery itself. Whether it is a dark ice giant, a captured rogue, a grapefruit-sized black hole, or a swirling disk of ice, the concept serves as a blank canvas for our minds. It is an unmapped continent in the sky. When we close our eyes, we can paint this world with our own imagination. We can give it rings of black ice. We can give it glowing, bioluminescent clouds. In the realm of the unknown, your mind is entirely free. Let yourself float down into the hypothetical atmosphere of this giant. You are not falling, you are drifting like a feather. You pass through layers of misty, cold gas. You might witness a storm of frozen methane, softly falling like a slow-motion blizzard. There is no thunder here, no violent winds, just the gentle, steady descent of exotic snow through a twilight sky. The pressure increases, but it feels like a heavy, comforting embrace, a deep pressure therapy provided by a distant world. Focus on the silence of this outer edge. Sound requires a medium to travel through, like air or water, but in the vacuum of space between the giant and its moons, there is absolutely nothing. It is a pure, unadulterated silence, a void so profound it absorbs all anxiety. If you could stand on a moon and watch a comet crash into the giant's atmosphere, you would see a brilliant flash of light, but you would hear nothing. A magnificent, silent movie playing just for you. Despite its immense distance, this hidden colossus is still connected to Earth. Its gravity subtly shapes the paths of comets that occasionally visit our night sky. Every time you see a shooting star from a distant comet, you might be seeing a piece of ice that was gently nudged by the unseen giant millions of years ago. It is a vivid example of cosmic interconnectedness. Everything is tied together by invisible, elastic threads of gravity. You are part of this grand, slow-moving web. This journey out to the hidden planet reveals the true grand scale of our home system. The solar system is not just the warm, bright planets near the sun. It is a massive bubble, stretching halfway to the next star. We live in a sprawling, magnificent cathedral of space, and the outer aisles are dark, quiet, and profoundly peaceful. Realizing the size of this bubble makes our earthly problems shrink down to the size of a single atom. They simply melt away in the face of infinity. Now we let go of the tether. We leave the hidden colossus to its eternal dark orbit. We don't need to see it to know that it is beautiful. We drift off into the cosmic ocean, floating freely among the distant stars. Imagine yourself as a small, sturdy boat, untethered, gently rising and falling on the slow, rhythmic waves of space-time. There is nothing left to do, nothing left to worry about. Just the slow, steady breathing of the universe. Just the peaceful, endless dark. As our journey comes to a close, your mind is drifting effortlessly through the calm, starlit expanse of the outer solar system. The mystery of the hidden Colossus remains, a gentle secret kept safe in the dark. We have traveled far from the noise of the world into the profound, heavy silence of the cosmic deep. The ice, the slow turning of gravity, and the eternal night have washed away the tension from your body. You are completely relaxed, floating weightless in the void. Thank you for joining us on this tranquil voyage. As you prepare to cross the threshold into deep, restorative sleep, we leave you with one final thought. Out there, in the dark, the universe is patiently waiting, slowly turning, perfectly balanced. Are you ready to let go and drift into your own cosmic dreams? Good night, space traveler. Sleep well.